Hello, I just want to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing this week and about modules being locked. So, some of my distance learners are not completing all the graded assignments, and I know it's a little bit confusing. So, I've added prerequisites and I've added mark as done things on certain items that are graded and that I need to make sure that you're doing. If you're looking at the screen view, first, this is our week. It talks about the things that we are going to grade, and these are all your grades and links directly to things that are graded. But I want to show you how to navigate that in modules. If you go over to modules, you're going to ignore the to-do list, and you're going to see that all of 3 is grayed out. The reason all of 3 is grayed out, which is what we're working on, is if you haven't taken this test, it is the only major grade in our gradebook right now. You need to click into this Math Unit 1 test that we took Friday the 11th, and you need to take this quiz. When you've taken this quiz, you mark it as done. So in the gradebook, if you already have a grade, you just mark that as done and you go on. Now we can go back to our modules and we are ready to proceed with the work that we are doing. I'm going to minimize this 1A because we're not going to go back to it. I'm leaving my notes and links for my calculator up here. And these things that are open, I don't necessarily need you to do the pre-assessment, but I do need you to look at your notes. It is important to watch the video and the notes. If you're not doing well on the independent practice, go back and watch the videos. So I've got the video and I've got notes for you to take notes with. And when you are done watching this video, you mark as done. And then we can hit next and go through. So our notes are your lesson in class. If you think you've got it, great. You can watch guided practice. There are questions that I give you to practice and then watch and see how they're done. And then after your guided practice, you're going to have your guided practice quick check. It's just one question. I'm using it in class to help pull my groups. And the very last thing, after you hit next, you've got your independent practice. Now, you're going to have to practice. You can't do math without practicing. So I've got several independent practices because these are our essential standards that we're starting. But I've opened this all up because this independent practice, it is a graded assignment that's going in the gradebook. Some of you have already completed it and you've gone in the gradebook. But these are the things that I opened yesterday and I'm about to open the next ones next week. So you can't go forward until you've turned in this graded assignment. You go into it, you get 2 attempts. So do your best because that's all you're going to get. Then we have more notes that you need to watch. Mark as done. I have a guided practice, quick check, and today we're going to do more practice with multi-step equations. It is currently Tuesday, September 22nd, depending on when you're watching this. If you have any other questions, please reach out. But lessons are locked because they're graded and I need you to go through them. Now, you will also see, because I had you mark as done, there's a check mark. So you know that you've done all that. If you go into this independent practice and you complete it, guess what there's going to be when you complete it? There is going to be a check mark. So I'm just going to take the quiz. Oh, and you're only typing the number. I'm going to take the quiz. I'm going to submit the quiz. And when I go back to my module, I'm looking at my overview. Maybe I got kicked off the internet and I had to come back to it. I can go back to my module and I can see on this right side, oh, there is some check marks. Where's the one? Oh, that's Unit 1. We're not in Unit 1, we're in Unit 3. See, there's a check mark and the next thing's open for me to work on. I hope this helps y'all keep track of where you're going. I'm not going to lock everything. I'm only going to lock the most important things that you will need to mark as done or submit in the top right-hand side.